You're watching PEGRI TV, Rhode Island's public access channel.
Salam. My name is Sheikh Abu Hakim Abdullah, President Chairman of Al-Masjid Sharia Allah, a non-profit religious organization operating in the state of Rhode Island. I hope you can remember what you've seen on the program. And I hope you talked about it. And you non-Muslims, I hope you got a clear understanding of our position through our program. And maybe you begin to talk a little different about the Islamic way of life. But somebody's got to change and begin to speak the way things really are, really is, or really are. I'm not trying to fool anyone. I'm not trying to let you turn around and feel what you want to feel. I'm trying to tell you what it is and how you should accept it. Not how you want to accept it, but how you should accept it. The way it's given to you, not put it something else with it. Like I said, there's millions of people that don't want Islam. And I can understand they not wanting Islam because they involved with the way of life they involved with. There's people that like to walk around with their butt showing. There's people that like to walk around with their bodies being seen by others. There's people that like to walk around that will urinate on the sidewalk when they get ready, or get drunk when they get ready, or beat their wives when they get ready. Every day there's people getting killed and whatnot. People love, there's places where people talking about they believe in God and whatnot, and practice the thing they're supposed to practice, and they drinking and hanging out, and they doing all kinds of things that's not Islamic, not religious. They live different than what they preach. Well, Islam doesn't teach us to turn the other cheek to anyone. Islam says defend yourselves. And you take that as if it's wrong for God to tell us to defend ourselves, when yet you ask God to bless your bombs and everything else that you use, your soldiers, and march off to war, and you've been doing that for hundreds of years, thousands of years. Hundreds of years. Been blessing the troops, their equipment, their bombs. And it's something else. You've been bombing people and killing up people, women and children, and destroying women and children, bombs. One bomb killed 150,000 people at one time. Then you've been over to another town, another city, and killed another 100-something thousand people. Without even crying, losing a tear. But I'm trying to let you see yourselves. Those that are supposed to be Muslim, I'm letting them see themselves. Those that are supposed to be Catholic, I'm letting them see themselves. You see, so I really want you to see the truth. So I bought a program, I made a program up, I make these programs up, and it takes me time to do this. And believe me, alhamdulillah that I got the knowledge to do this, because that's who I get it from Allah. I never did this stuff before. I get it from Allah, because Allah asked me, the law is saying that this should be done. Bismillah. Alhamdulillah. So this week you're going to see another one. I hope you see what I was talking about. There's things in there that I don't like. There's words that the doctor used I don't like. I think the doctor's being too familiar. But the doctor got westernized. He ain't got hip, they call it. You know, he's a Christian. And this is what happens with people. The Muslims no saint either, but the point is, Allah says that. Allah told the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ about the Muslim, the desert Muslim. He says, tell them that they have not had faith as of yet, because faith has only entered their hearts, have not entered their hearts as of yet. They have only confirmed that I exist. This is what he said. They only confirmed that I exist. And admit that I exist. They have not faith yet to strive to the level they're supposed to strive to. They're Muslims. They only submitted that they will. They got to learn now how to give it up. So there's Mu'min and there's Muslim. Muslim is the first level, and Mu'min is the higher level of knowledge in Allah. It's a believer, a person that believes in Allah, that follow what Allah says to follow, this book. So now, he doesn't have a supermarket type religion where this today he's going to eat beans, tomorrow he's going to eat salami, and this and that and this. It doesn't work that way. You eat what the law tells you to eat. And I'm using the word eat as what you accept to do during that day. So you're going to see another part, and I'll come back after that part, after you see that part, and I'll talk to you again about it. But it's terrible that people are doing this. You see all the faces all messed up. See, they took the kids away, gasoline and all. You don't think these women are lying and doing this to themselves, do you? Why would they do this to themselves? Why would they destroy themselves? When they can just get on a train or get on a just walk away. It's not hard to walk away. But you can see the other part of this and another part of it. And like I said, you receive 2 more after this. Have patience with me. Bear with me. Or can I come back to you after you see it?
ये वो कमरा है जिस घर मुझे जलाया था। मेरी जिंदगी ख़त्म हो गई इस कमरे में। ये कुंडी बंद करके, ये ऐसे, ये दरवाज़ा बंद करके मेरा दम घुट रहा था। मैं तड़प रही थी। मेरे ऊपर तेज़ाब डाला है, जलाया है। मुझे बहुत डर लगता है, खौफ होता है। वही दिन याद आते हैं जब मैं जली थी, वही खौफ होता है मुझे। शौहर का रवैया मेरे साथ ठीक नहीं था। वो मुझ पर तशद्दुद करता था, मुझको मारता रहता था।
तुम्हारी कभी बीवी के साथ लड़ाई नहीं हुई?
कभी भी नहीं, इन 8, 9, 10 सालों में।
मैंने तो सुना है तुमने अपनी बीवी पर तेजाब फेंका है।
नहीं, तेजाब किसी ने नहीं फेंका। तो उसके ब्लड प्रेशर इतना हाई हो जाता है, वो ये नहीं देखती है क्या हो रहा है क्या नहीं हो रहा। जब उसने अपने ऊपर तेल छिड़का तो उस वक्त दीवे की जो वाट है ना वो जल रही थी। उसने अपने हाथ में ढक्कन उठा रखा था दिए का। वो जैसे ही उसने छिड़का, ये तो मिट्टी का तेल हो या पेट्रोल हो, इसको तो ऐसे आग पकड़ते हैं, उस तो आग के लिप में आ गई।
तो एक शादीशुदा औरत जिसके 2 बच्चे हैं, उसने ऐसे ही अपने ऊपर एसिड फेंक दिया? जी,
आग लगाते थे। ये 12वीं यूनिट में आप जाके देखे ना, 100 से 1% शायद कोई कुदरत तू जली हो, वरना सभी औरतें खुद पे तेल डाल के गैस से खुद जल के आई होती है।
ये तुम्हारे हाथ पे निशान क्या है?
ये तो उसी वक्त जब आग बुझा रहा था उसी वक्त चले।
इधर एक और भी थी, वो किधर? ये जो छुपी हुई है ये बदमाश है, सब पता है। ये सब नए घोड़े
ये जो लोग नए हैं इस चीज में, मैं चाहती हूँ कि पुराने लोग उनको बताएं कि किस तरह आप लोग चले आगे। पहले आप लोग भी परेशान थे।
मैं पता नहीं लगता मैं इतना गला है, इतना जुड़ा है, वोट क्यों है मेरी तस्वीर देख कर डर लगता है।
तो आहिस्ता आहिस्ता ही जाके बंदा पहुंचता है। पहले तो हम भी घबरा जाते थे, लेकिन अल्लाह का शुक्र है आप हमें किसी चीज की कोई टेंशन नहीं, कोई घबराहट ही नहीं है।
तो ये चीज क्या मैं आपसे उस दिन यही बात कर रही थी।
अभी फिलहाल तो इतनी हिम्मत नहीं है, शायद बाद में आ जाए। इनसे मिलके मुझे बड़ा हौसला मिला। तो अभी इतना हौसला मुझ में नहीं आया कि मैं बगैर नकाब के किसी को फेस कर सकूं ना। अब इस हालत में ना मैं शादी में जा सकती हूँ, ना किसी की डेथ पे जा सकती हूँ, ना किसी की बीमारी पे जा सकती हूँ। हत्ता कि मैं खुद नहीं चाहती कि मुझे कोई देखने आए। मैडम अभी तक तो केस चल रहा है, तो कल भी हमारी तारीख है। मुझे एक लॉयर मिली है, मेरी वकील जब औरतों के केस लेती है ना तो बहुत अच्छी तरह करती हैं अपना काम, और मेरा केस वो मुफ्त लड़ रही है। मुझे नहीं पता इनके बगैर में केस कैसे लड़ती है। अस्सलाम वालेकुम मैडम, कैसी हैं?
क्या हाल है? क्या ठीक हो? खैरियत से हो? बैठो बैठो।
कल आपकी तारीख है कोर्ट में, ते ऑलमोस्ट तमाम पॉइंट्स पे उसने कहा कि नहीं ये इनकरेक्ट है, ये गलत है, मैं इनोसेंट हूँ। मैं वहाँ खड़ा था लेकिन मेरे पास कुछ भी नहीं था, मैंने नहीं फेंका इस पे इस तरह के मतलब स्कैन।
अच्छा, तूने नहीं फेंका, किसने फेंका?
उसकी डिफेंस को हमने जो है शटर करना है। हमने ये साबित करना है कि हमारे गवाह जो थे शेकी नहीं थे, इंटैक्ट थे, और कुरान की कुछ आयात हैं और उसके हवाले से डिसफिगरमेंट के हवाले से हमारी आयात है, वो मैं दूंगी कोर्ट में पेश करूँगी। लेकिन डिपेंडिंग ऑन द कोर्ट वी कैन नॉट से इट बिफोर टाइम। तो जब वर्डिक्ट आएगा तो फिर उसी के बाद ही पता चलेगा। ठीक है। ज़किया बहुत बहादुर खातून है, लेकिन बहुत सी ख़वातीन जो हैं वो अदालतों तक अपने इंसाफ के लिए नहीं आती हैं। जो प्रेजेंट लॉज हैं उसमें मुलजिम के बरी होने के चांसेस ज़्यादा होते हैं और सज़ाएँ ज़रा कम हैं। इट वुड बी ग्रेट कि ज़किया के केस में एक प्रेसिडेंट सेट हो जाए। दिस टाइप ऑफ पर्सन्स शुड बी पनिश्ड, दे शुड रिमेन इन द प्रिजन लाइक एनिमल्स आर confined in a cages.
people who are working for this movement. We are there to support them in whatever way.
The preamble of the legislation simply states that this legislation is going to be a special law which is going to specifically criminalize ACID-related violence by providing tougher and stricter penalties.
मैं कह रहा हूँ डेथ सेंटेंस जिनके ऊपर गुजरी है उनसे कोई नहीं पूछ रहा है, उनको लाके यहाँ खड़ा कर दो, वो क्या चाहती है।
डेथ पेनल्टी की जिन जिन ने तजावीज़ दी हैं वो अब लागू नहीं हो सकती। पाकिस्तान में ह्यूमन राइट्स एक्टिविस्ट जो हैं वो डेथ पेनल्टी के खिलाफ जिद्दोजहद कर रहे हैं पिछले 30-35 बरस से।
आई डोंट थिंक कि इससे कोई इम्पैक्ट होगा। इमीडिएटली चौराहे में खड़ा करके अगर उसको जलाया है तो जलाया जाए, अगर उसने तेजाब फेंका है तो उस पर तेजाब फेंक दिया जाए। जब है इस्लाम में ये मौजूद है तो फिर क्यों उस पर अमल नहीं होता।
छोटी सी होंगी।
बहुत खुशी हुई है ये जो अंदर अब कर रहे हैं बात के, ये इंशाल्लाह मैं दुआ करूँगी ज़रूर हो जाएगा। बाकी मेरी बहनें भी दुआ करेंगे उन सब खामदों को जो अपनी बीवियों को जुल्म करते हैं, फेंकते हैं, ज़िंदगी बर्बाद करते हैं।
खामदों को जो दूसरे हैं वो
और दूसरों को भी।
अब यहाँ पर तो हम हंसते रहते हैं, आप लोग इतना प्यार देते हैं, लेकिन अब हमारे दिल में जाके देखिए कि हम क्या चाहते हैं कि हमारी जो
पर मैं परेशान हो रही हूँ, पता नहीं इतने लोगों में कर सकूँगी भी नहीं कर पढ़ सकूँगी।
बच्चों कोशिश तो करो, कोई ऐसी बात नहीं है आप जीवन करने पढ़ना चाहती हो
जी। ना ही अपने ना पराए इन्हें पहचानते हैं, कैसे टूटी हैं गरीबों पे बिजलियां देखो। कोई तो रोक ले इन जुल्म ढाने वालों को, कोई इंसान का मर मर के ये जीना देखो। ऐ इब्ने आदम, ऐ हमवतन, ऐ हुक्मरां, तुमसे इंसाफ तलब हैं ये बेटियां देखो।
आपके साथ ये वाकया कब हुआ?
ये 2 साल हो गए। तो उसी दिन गिरफ्तार हो गए थे। मेरे ससुराल वाले लोग पैसे वाले लोग हैं, उन लोगों ने पैसा लेके ना बरी हो गए थे।
अभी कहाँ है?
अभी भी छूट गए हैं।
और आप?
मेरे को आखे ने तू कहीं कुंडा सी ना पई, जो आखे ने एक भा लग गई है हिंदे उते देखा दीवान ढाठे। मेरी शक्ल खराब हो गई है, मेरी जिंदगी तबाह हो गई है और किसी को कोई सजा नहीं हुई। कहाँ है इंसाफ?
अब आपसे मेरी ये दरख्वास्त है कि आप कोई ऐसा करें कि हम जो ऐसे मकसद औरतें होती हैं ना, सबके मसले हल करें, कुछ ना कुछ हमारे लिए करें।
आप बस ऐसा कानून निकालें जो जिसके ऊपर जैसे जुल्म करे, मतलब हमारे ऊपर तेजाब डाला तो उसके ऊपर भी वैसे होना चाहिए।
ये बात हमने बहुत सोची, लेकिन कानून साजी में इस तरह की चीज नहीं हो सकती है, तो इसलिए हमने ये उसमें फैसला किया है कि उसकी कैद होनी चाहिए जिंदगी भर के लिए। और कोशिश में है कि जल्द अज जल्द ये कानून जो है असेंबली से पास हो।
मेरी शक्ल सुगड़ती जा रही है, सुगड़ती क्या जा रही है बल्कि बिगड़ती जा रही है। पीना भी और खाना भी बेहद मुश्किल है। ये दर्द मैं अब बर्दाश्त नहीं कर सकती।
There's a whole half, it's a pretty part, and this has got no face. So the job is to actually try and create a symmetry. The scar tissue which is formed will continue to pull. This is how it's happened. She needs surgery because there's no other way she can correct it. Okay, the first job is to release this tissue and get this lip sitting more normal and then replace this skin. I'm also hoping to find out if her eye can be salvaged or at least the socket for a glass eye. But the time is very short right now, so we'll have to do something.
Islam. Well, you have seen more of it. You've seen men in jail. You've seen other women. You've seen how their kids are looking at them. You see, some of them not kids, all of them not kids. 22, 21. See one there with man, big man is a son. And they're trying to get the sentence. They're trying to change the law. A criminal law. And put them in jail. I myself would deal a little harsh with it myself. I don't know if I go for the jail thing. I really don't know if I go for the jail thing. One part, see, the part I like about Islam, one of the parts I like about Islam's justice part, it doesn't have a penal system. It seems to eliminate penal systems. The only time you talk about locking somebody up is on the homosexual side of it, where you got two women caught in bed with each other having sex, and two men. It says lock them up until they reach a point where Allah finds a way to forgive them. A new law come about, a new way come about. But it doesn't say lock them up in a jail, it says lock them in a house, in their homes. See, Islam penal doesn't have a penal system because everything done in Islam is paid for by a part of the body. If you get caught stealing a certain amount, you lose a hand. And then a foot. Or you get beat with a whip, a stick, across the back. Or you commit adultery, you get beat at the same time and get stoned to death. There's no place in Islam where there's a penal, a penal system, a correctional place like a prison. That was a Western idea. That came out the West. Any place else there's a place to keep you until a trial, but there was no place to keep you after the trial. There was no sentences made in Islam, I see. I cannot find places where there was a jailhouse. So, jail to us, prisons to us are Western ideas. It goes along with democracy and the democratic system, or the Western world. Like the dungeons. That was a prison in the Western world, the dungeon. Put them in the dungeons. We didn't have the other world didn't have that. They dealt with a physical punishment. So I would prefer that they receive an open physical punishment in a square where all those other husbands that had the same ideas in their head would be prevented by themselves to stop it, because it becomes a deterrent when you commit somebody to death or decapitate them, using that word there, cut their head off. That's a deterrent. You see, that's a deterrent. Or when you cut somebody's hand off, that's a deterrent. Or when you turn around and beat somebody over the back for committing fornication, that was deterrence. Because the whole public, the whole people came to look at it. And these are deterrents. So I would put the final deterrent on somebody that do something like that to a person. I myself would. If I was running a government, I would still do the same thing as a deterrent. I would treat them differently myself. I wouldn't lock them up. Now there's something in the Quran or that in the teachings of the Sharia that if you lock them up and there's something comes along to forgive them and they do it again, no. Then one of them must be dealt with, one of them must be sacrificed, killed. You see? So that's what I would do. I would do that. I would myself take him to the square and behead him. Or if that's too crude, I think beheading is just as crude as hanging him in the air, because you hang him in the air, you see him shaking and shaking and shaking. If you electrocute them, you see water, white stuff coming out their face, and the eyes bust open and all. You know, so it's all the same to me. Death is death by any means possible. It's going to be something horrible to look at. You know, and so any kind of way you do it, it's going to be horrible to look at. You know, but that's all about what it is. That's how you use it as a deterrent. The pain that someone goes through, in order to be destroyed. The only one that doesn't have a pain like that is the new thing with the pills, with the hypodermic needles. One is to stop the heart, and the other one is acid to the heart or something, and burn the heart out. You know. Well, anyway, I hope you got something out of it, and I look to hear from you about this. Those of you who are non-believers, I hope you understand our way of life a little more, and understand that that's not a part of Islam. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen, ar-Rahmanir Rahim, maliki yawmiddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين الحمد لله رب العالمين.
know